I think about Eric, I always think he says, God made smart people and the rest of them he gave hair.
The guy's like an encyclopedia of jokes.
He knows more jokes than probably that half of the audience combined.
After I graduated from high school, I came down to Florida and I never went home. I got a job at Hilton Hotel. This guy had a job there playing records. I thought, what a job. I ended up getting that job, playing the records, playing the Rolling Stones and Rare Earth and great rock and roll dance music. And played in a rock and roll band, a couple of different bands. A guy came in named Bob DiZeppolo, and he had put this phenomenal sound system in. And he had this little small stereo shop. I owned a VW bus, so I had the ability to get the equipment to the customer's house. So he hired me to deliver and set up hi-fi. And the name of the place is really serendipity. It was Interiors Plus Sound. This is 1972, before custom installation was even a glimmer in anyone's eye. And he thought everybody's interior should have state-of-the-art music, but you shouldn't see the equipment. Think about that. That's our mission today as CEDIA. A couple of years later, a company opened up down the street called Sound Advice. What a great name. They ended up hiring me, and I went to work with Sound Advice for almost 18 years, which is a whole other adventure in my life. And I got a knack for being able to motivate people to do processes and like the idea of doing those processes.
He was the prime mover. He was the guy who made it happen. If you wanted to move into the custom business, you hired Eric Bodley to come in and teach you how to do it. And he had a whole program that was the first of its kind.
We called it the IHAVS program, the In-Home Audio Video Specialist. Probably trained hundreds, if not thousands of people.
And with all the changes in the industry, and he's been right there to be the one to provide the solution. And so he's a resource for the industry.
I formed Bodley and Associates, and it was really a consulting firm, and I was being asked by companies to work with them on developing product that would work in this custom installation arena. I also started an installation company with Keith Kennedy.
He's always there to offer insight. He's willing to share what he's learned, what he's experienced, to really better anybody that he comes in contact with.
I was leading 3 lives. I was consulting, I was working with Monster Cable on product development, I was Florida Home Entertainment Design, HED. But through all of that, I got involved with CEDIA.
There was a point in time where CEDIA was Eric and Eric was CEDIA.
I was elected president of CEDIA in 1993 and 94. I did 2 3-year terms on the board, and after I felt I had done my bid for God, country, and CEDIA.
CEDIA as a whole wouldn't be what it is today if Eric weren't involved in it.
I started getting involved with the Consumer Technology Association. The volunteer streak bit me there, and I joined the Small Business Council, and I was chair of that for 2 terms, and I'm now the has-been chair. What's the secret of life? It's one thing. Pick that one thing, make that your mission.
Eric didn't invent the television or the electrostatic loudspeaker, but he has a lifetime of achieving conditional improvement for CEDIA. He's in it for the long haul, and you know that when you meet him.
His input has enriched the industry.
I went to work for PPC. They had invented a locking HDMI connector. So PPC was acquired by Belden. And so I made a proposition that there is a company in Florida called B&A Distributing that could take all of these Perfect Path and PPC accounts, and they could have one distributor that could manage all of these CEDIA accounts. I wanted to be a national distributor, but I wanted to use local reps. I transformed the company into future-ready solutions because everyone was installing what was good enough today, and they weren't thinking about what was going to work in the future. I never would have thought when I was growing up that I would be what I am. But I like working with people. I like helping people, and it's been a great part of the job.
Who wakes up in the morning with one of the major mountains they try to climb is, I want to be noble and of great character today, and he does.
I think the secret is a balance between business and making a living, your family, which has to come first, and then giving back the volunteer aspect.
I wouldn't know as many people, I wouldn't have as many friends, I wouldn't have as many connections if it had not been for Eric Bodley.
Eric Bodley, I love you all, have your babies.
It's really about all of the people that have been part of the adventure. And that's really what it's been. It's a recognition of an adventure more than it is some sort of a lifetime of achievements, because I'm hoping that I'm going to be alive a little longer and I can achieve even more. But I want to thank everybody along the way that's been part of my life, that have allowed me to help you and allowed you to help me.